In this video, we will demonstrate how to assemble your Sundance pollen trap, install the trap onto a hive, and collect your pollen sample for pesticide analysis. Step 1. Assemble the pollen trap. The exterior of this pollen trap has already been painted. You will see a row of holes at the front of the frame. This is where the bees enter and their pollen loads are collected by the trap. Underneath, you will see a mesh bottom board. Here, we are installing the front plate of the trap. Invert the plate if necessary so that it fits snugly against the frame. The metal eyelet screw fits neatly through the slot of the front plate and into a hole on the frame. Tighten the screw until it is secure, but loose enough to move the front plate up and down. This enables an open and closed position once the trap is installed on the hive. Now turn the pollen trap around. Here, you are looking at the back side of the trap, where there is an open slot. This is the mesh tray where the pollen will fall once collected from the bees and is stored until you collect your sample. It fits neatly into the back slot, which allows you to collect pollen from the back of the hive. Step 2. Install your pollen trap on a hive. Here we will demonstrate how to install your pollen trap on a hive. Remove all supers from the bottom board. Place the pollen trap directly onto the bottom board so that the front plate is facing the hive entrance. Then, reassemble all of your supers onto the top of the trap. And replace your inner and outer covers. Now that you have your pollen trap installed, you can leave it on your hive for the duration of the summer season. Untighten the eyelet screw to move the front plate up and down. When the gap is at the top of the trap, it is in its off position and no pollen will be collected. The bees will be able to move freely in and out of the hive in this position. Move the front plate upwards and tighten the screw. When the gap is at the bottom of the pollen trap, the trap is in its on position and will be collecting pollen from incoming bees. When you go to collect your sample, I'll turn this hive around just for demonstration. Pull the mesh tray out, and you should see plenty of pollen that has been collected from the bees in that time that your trap has been in the on position. Be sure to have your sample collection container with you in the field. Any clean glass or plastic container will work. If you need extra containers, the bee lab will be happy to provide you with one. Pull the mesh tray out and bump the pollen sample into one corner of the tray. Pour your pollen sample into your collection container. For pesticide residue testing, we require at least 5 grams of pollen, which looks something like this. If you are unsure, go ahead and fill your container completely. Return the mesh tray and be sure that your pollen trap is in the off position when you finish collecting your sample. Samples should be stored in the freezer until they are delivered to the Vermont Bee Lab on ice packs. For any additional questions, please reach out to us.